Aleichem. Once again, we have a vart by Rav Moshe Feinstein on the Chumash, and also we have some learning from the Lubavitcher Rebbe on the Chumash. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look. So here, this is the Lubavitcher Rebbe on the Chumash. So this is a Rav Moshe Feinstein on the Chumash. And this was given to me by Shoshana Chaya Berger, my good friend, and in loving memory of Mr. Harry Berger. That's Reb Tzvi, Ben Reb Shraga Dova Cohen Zechrona Levracha. So anyway, it should be in his memory. We have some learning here, and here, let's see. So we have about Vaydaber Hashem El Moshe Emor. Hashem said to Moshe, saying, Tzav es b'nei Yisrael v'yikchu elecha shemen zayis zoch kosis lamor liha'alos ner tamid. And God spoke to Moses, saying, command the Israelites to bring you olive oil produced from the olives when they are first crushed in a mortar, to be used for illumination, for the lamps of the candelabrum. Whoever lights the lamps of the candelabrum should take care to kindle the lamp until the wick catches fire and continues to burn by itself. The lamps must be lit regularly every afternoon. So one has to, the Kohen that takes care of the Menorah has to, when he lights the candle, he has to make sure that the candle has enough light, enough fire to start burning on its own. Let's take another look. So anyway, so to continue, Michutz laparoches ho'edus b'oel moed ya'aroch oso Aharon me'erev ad boker. Aaron must set up the lighting apparatus outside the curtain, that's the paroches, concealing the ark of the testimony. So that's called the edus, the testimony. Michutz laparoches ho'edus b'yohel moed ya'aroch oso Aharon me'erev ad boker lifnei Hashem. Inside the outer chamber of the tent of meeting, filling the lamps with sufficient oil to burn regularly from late afternoon to morning before God. So it has to be done from late afternoon till morning. It has to be the whole night. It has to be going. Me'erev ad boker lefnei Hashem tamid. All the time, regularly. Chukas olam l'dorosechem. Chukas olam l'dorosechem. Before God, half a log for each lamp. This will suffice even for the long winter nights. Providing this daily supply of oil will be an eternal duty of the people throughout your generations. Whenever the tabernacle or temple is standing, ideally the first lamp to be lit should be lit with the fire taken from the outer altar. So La paroches ho'edus shelifnei ha'aron, the curtain of the testimony, shelifnei ha'aron. This is the curtain that is before the Aron, the Aron Kodesh, where the luchos replaced. Shehu koroi edus. This is called edus, the testimony. Rabbeinu darshu, rabbis, they learned al ner ma'aravi, on the fifth, al ner ma'aravi, on the western lamp. Shehu edus l'chol boi olam. Shehu edus l'chol boi olam shehashchina shora b'Yisrael, because the western lamp is a testimony to everybody in the world. Shehashchina shora b'Yisrael, that the Shechina, Hashem's presence, shora b'Yisrael, is in the midst of Yisrael, of the Yidden. Shenosein bo shemen kimidas chavrosecha, that the Kohen puts in the light, this as the same amount as all of its companion neros. Umimeno hoya matchil uvo ho mesayim. From this, we'll see this in a second. From this western lamp, hoya matchil, he started the Kohen uvo hoya mesayim, and he ended with it too. Ya'aroch oso Aharon me'erev ad boker. Aaron and his sons later on should arrange this, that it should be me'erev ad boker, from the night to the day. Ya'aroch oso aricha haroya lemidas kol halayla. He should arrange it. And put in enough oil that it should be lit the whole night. V'shiaru chachamim. The chachamim estimated chatzi log l'chol ner v'ner, a half of a log for every candle. V'hein kedai af le'leile tekufas teves, and this is good even for the nights of teves, which are longer nights. Omidazu hukva lohem, and this measurement was established for them. Menorah hatahora, on the Menorah hatahora, the pure lamp, shehi zohov tahor, which is pure gold. Davar acher, another thing to say, al tahara shel menorah, on the pureness of the menorah. Shemitahara umendashna techila min ho'efer. Shemitahara, that's it's purified, the medashna techila, from the min ho'efer. Okay. So that's set up the lamps. The lamps of the candelabrum are arranged from east to west. Thus, as one proceeds westward into the sanctuary, the first lamp one encounters that can be called the western lamp is the second one, since it is the first lamp that is west of another lamp. So the western lamp is the second lamp, because it's the first lamp that's west of another lamp, of the first lamp. Now each of these lamps must be filled with an equal amount of oil every afternoon. But whereas the others stayed lit only until the following morning, this second lamp miraculously stayed lit throughout the entire day until the following afternoon. This miracle testified that the divine presence rests among the Jewish people. So that's what they say, that the Ner Ma'aravi, that the western lamps showed. Rabbi Seinu Darsher al Ner Ma'aravi, the rabbis said that the Ner Ma'aravi, the western lamp, shehu eidos lechol boi olam, it's a testimony for the whole world, Shashchina Shora b'Yisrael, that the that the Shechina is in Israel, that the Shechina is by the Yidden, Shenosin bo shemen kemidas chabroseh. They put in the same amount of oil, like it's the companion Neros, that the other Neros, the other candles. They started from the western. They started from this. In other words, the second. From this was started. It appears that means that it was started from the second one, and then and it was ended there too. In other words, it started at the western. In other words, the second one from the eastern one, and then later on, apparently the eastern one was filled in also, was done. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at where Moshe on the Chumash has to say about it. Rabbi Moshe Feinstein on the Chumash. He has something to say about it. Al ha-menorah ha-tahora ya'aroch es ha-neros lefnei Hashem tomid v'lokachta soles v'yofisa oso shteim esrei chalos shnei esronim yehyeh al ha-chalo ha'echos v'samta osam shtayim ma'arachos Sheish ha'aroches al ha-shulchan ha-tahor lefnei Hashem. On the pure menorah shall he arrange the lamps before Hashem. Continually, you shall. So in other words, he should arrange the lamps before Hashem continually from the late afternoon, and it should go throughout the whole night. And then the western lamp was going. The western meaning the second one from the eastern was lit, and that went throughout the whole night and also through the daytime also. And that was a miracle that showed that Hashem is Shashchina Shora B'Yisrael, that the Shechina is by the Bnei Yisrael. And then it says here, you shall take fine flour, about the chalos, baking of the chalos. You shall take fine flour and bake it into 12 loaves. Each loaf shall be 2/10 ephah. You shall place them in 2 stacks, 6 in each stack, upon the pure table before Hashem. Generally, when the Torah discusses both the Shulchan table and the Menorah of the Mishkan, it first mentions the Shulchan. Here, however, the Menorah is mentioned first. It says here, the Al ha-Menorah ha-Tahora ya'aroch es ha-neros lefnei Hashem tamid, and then v'lokachta soles v'yofisa oso shteim esrei chalos. So it says here, first the Menorah and then the chalos. Here, however, the Menorah is mentioned first. When a person is hungry or in pain, it is difficult for him to study Torah. Indeed, the Mishnah Avos 3:17 teaches, if there is no flour, food, there is no Torah. But if there is no Torah, there is no flour. So one needs Torah also for the sustenance. Similarly, Rambam Hilchos Deos notes that a person's good health is part of serving Hashem. In other words, that you need the Torah to make the flour, to make the sustenance worthwhile. The Rambam Hilchos Deos notes that a person's good health is part of serving Hashem. Since it is impossible for a person to comprehend or to know Hashem's wisdom when he is ill, God forbid, people must therefore avoid unhealthy things and accustom themselves to have healthy habits. So therefore it says, Al ha-Menorah ha-Tahora, Ya'aroch es ha-Neros. The menorah symbolizes Torah, while the Shulchan symbolizes the Shulchan symbolizes, here we go, prosperity. The Shulchan, the table symbolize with the challah symbolizes prosperity. See Baba Basra 25b. The Talmud Baba Basra 25b. The Torah puts the Shulchan before the Menorah to teach that we must provide for our needs and comfort, but we must do so for the purpose of being strong and having the energy and state of mind to properly study Torah and serve Hashem. In other words, the Torah wants us to have what we need for living, but the purpose of this is for being strong. The purpose is being strong and having the energy and state of mind to properly study Torah and serve Hashem. Here the Torah mentions the menorah first to highlight that our goal must be spiritual, that everything be before Hashem. Everything has to be before Hashem. In other words, before Hashem. In other words, everything is done in front of Hashem. We're doing it for the purpose of serving Hashem. While the Torah wants us to have prosperity, we should use it to serve a higher purpose. While the Torah wants us to have prosperity, we should use it to serve a higher purpose. So this is from Harav Moshe on the Chumash, and this is the Chumash of the Lubavitcher Rebbe. Let's take a look at the beginning again of this, at the front of this here. This is the Chumash of the Lubavitcher Rebbe, very available all over. Okay, thank you. There's another, for another video on Harav Moshe on the Chumash, right afterwards. Kol Tov, Zeit Gesund.